This video is an unusual one because there is no script for it or some plan for creating it. I just wanted to share with you a part from Dostoevsky's book, The Karamazov Brothers. And it is from the chapter on Father Zosima's teachings. Well, first of all, I just want to quickly describe who is Father Zosima. He's a monk. He's a really, a prominent monk in the village where all events are happening, and he is prominent for his magic nature somewhat, because his blessings are working as magic. He just, you know, tells a word, he speaks to people around him, and everyone just gets everyone gets really amazed by who that person is. And his story was an unusual one too. So the whole chapter, the whole somewhat book from this book, which is a combination of different books, was fully devoted to him, to his teachings, of course, to his followers, and of course to the main character, Alosha, who is one of the brothers, one of the Karamazov brothers, and who also was a person of religion. That's all I am able to say about the characters, because the book is a large one, so I haven't read it fully yet. So today I'm about just to complete the section of the book devoted to teachings of Father Zosima. But yesterday I was really, in this state of mind when the epiphany is about to come. I don't know how to describe it. While I was reading, I felt that the words described there were those one, those words rather, were the ones which you have to hear. So, what are those words? In in the third chapter, he speaks about the current world, which is all about objectivity, which is all about freedom, liberty. He tells that, yeah, people really desire to get a liberty, to study everything, to really understand the universe, really understand how the world works. and they are falling apart. They want all what they are doing right now. They have this need to, you know, create new laws that liberated a middle class or poor people from some of the banishments, or restricted some of the, I don't know, or basically put a restriction on the laws of rich. And of course, people just avidly try to learn everything about how this little grass grows up, or how does the bird sing a song. And all that stuff, it just creates a chaos which leads to conflicts. And he just ruminates about what happens at his time, of course, and what actually happens at somewhat his period of life reflects the world we currently live in. Yeah, there is a liberty. Yeah, there is a lot of objectivity, there is a lot of science stuff, but he says that we forgot what and who is the God, who we truly are. We are creations of something superior, and only through connecting, through getting back to that force, a subtle force which affects our lives in some way that is concealed or basically invisible to our eye, and we just simply forgot it. We forgot how we could have been a lot more united as people when we just expressed love towards each other, when we showed real concern, when we showed real, authentic care for each other. And if you right now just think about your friend, perhaps the first thing that will come to your mind is the bad stuff that he did, or vice versa. There will be only good. If the first scenario comes true, then you just have to think, how did those events affect you? How did his actions or her actions help you to be here and right now? And you'll understand that they did nothing bad, and that your mind is simply functioning in this way. It was conditioned to think in this way, to think negatively. But all that is happening to you all of your friends who somehow do the bad stuff to you, perhaps sometimes they might, you know, just throw a quip on you, and then what? You are still alive. The joke does not kill you anyway, so forget about it. And in this world, when we just try to express authentic love, when we just focus, concentrate on showing, how do they call that in meditation? There is even a meditation which is devoted to expressing love. So it was, if I'm not wrong, compassion meditation or something like along these lines. So yeah, just showing compassion, just showing compassion to everything, including animals, including humans. You are on the way of God. You are on the way of a good life, basically, because Father Zosima says that the spiritual life, a life where and when you are in touch with something bigger than liberty, bigger than scholarship, you feel the best because you know that the truth, the truth lies just in that you are connected to the superior force. It may be anything or anyone based on your religion, based on your faith, if you are a faithful, basically. And just by opening a sacrosanct, divine book of your religion and devoting a minute or five to read that book will alleviate you, alleviate you from any stress you have amassed in your mind and in your body as a whole. He had devoted his life to God. He understood that there is no other way of living in this world other than serving God, serving other humans. After all, each one of us is God. Each one of us is a representation of God because God just inscribes his idea into us. He inscribes in us some part of himself or itself because it is untangible essence, right? So call it however you want, herself, himself, itself. It is superior after all. So it just takes some part of itself and creates us. That means that we are all gods with our own cosmos, basically, with our own universe. And it makes sense because we are all independent thinkers at some point. And to some extent, we are independent not only by status, but in our thinking. And you might prove that by just really thinking about that. Well, nowadays, people are just inundated by bad stuff, negative stuff. All right, then I might affect them actually. I might just devote a couple of minutes to sit, meditate, ruminate on myself, just deliberately try to be here and now. And actually, by being here and now, you will at some point reach that peak level of your mental state. You probably understood which peak level I'm talking about. It is something which cannot be described by our words or in a, you know, convenient way, basically, in a conventional rather way. So, yeah, this is it. I just want to share with you with my thoughts on that. So right now I'm gonna get into my chair and continue on reading. Be connected to your spiritual self, and let's develop through this path of balancing. I know that it'll be hard just to take and fully become a monk like Father Zosima did, and you probably are not like too into that, into the religion, but you are interested in bettering, advancing your life, right? So just by devoting some time to gratitude, devoting some time to meditate, devoting some time to read your divine book based on your religion, you will advance your life. You will feel that, oh, recently I've been devoting 5 minutes to meditation, or recently I started to gratitude, express rather gratitude before going to sleep and after waking up. I feel so much better. Or you started to ruminate on yourself, you started to meditate, and at some point you reached that peak point and you understood that this is my purpose, this is what I need. So I will follow along this path. Now I know that I should not stress myself with this, I should not stress myself with that, and I should just go by that straight line. And as a man, as a masculine person, that's the thing which is most essential for you. Staying connected to superior force, staying connected with God. Be proud of yourself, my friend, because you are God and you have a lot more than just a modernity gave you. You have hell a lot more to give the world as your gift. So stay on the path, be connected to something a lot more deeper and something a lot more bigger inside of you. So that's all, my friend. Wish you a good day or a good night and a good life.